then yes, you definitely made profits off of Monday's markup. I think it was week 33, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm excited because I made some money with y'all as well. But of course, you took those trades at your own risk. You're right, for your own reward. So I'm super excited because this individual that I'm going to introduce you to today is definitely a king among kings. He is our head Forex educator here at Hidden Wealth Society, where you will get every single thing that you need to be able to be a profitable and consistent trader from this gentleman, because he has went through the actual, trials and tribulation. He has put in time and hours of effort and years of dedication to learning the skill set. We travel all across the United States of America, helping individuals, developing the system to help create 39 seven-figure traders. And I'm super excited because he is now here to help each and every one of you. And this academy is going to be second to none, ladies and gents. So with no further ado, Queen Barnes, are you available? Unmute so we can make sure we hear your voice.
Hello, everyone.
Got it. Yes, we have Queen Barnes that's going to be assisting him as well. Put some sevens in the chat for Queen Barnes. But with no further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Mr. Mark Goldfinger Fair. The call is yours, sir.
Yo. What's the word, family? What's the word, man? How everybody feeling? Man, are y'all as excited as I am? Did y'all catch some pips? Yo, tell me y'all caught some pips, because it was absolutely amazing this week. But before we jump into that, man, first let me give it back to King Bay. Brother, your mentorship, your guidance, your tutelage is completely unmatched, man. Thank you for all that you do, the vision that you have cast, not only for ourselves, but for the society, right? The Hidden Wealth Society and everything that is encompassed in it, the 4 pillars, and everything that we're going to build on, man. It's just super, super exciting. I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of it. And I'm so happy to be able to come here in front of you guys on our last Wednesday, right? Last Wednesday of our pre-launch month. Super, super excited, man. I think we did some good numbers this month, y'all. Did some good numbers. And more importantly, I hope that you all receive the value that we have been delivering all up until now. And if you want more, come on in, join us in the Hidden Wealth Society. If you have not currently locked in your position, you still have a few days to do it at that discounted rate before May 1st. So if we haven't been delivering, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we're just not a good fit for you. But if you see in value and you want more of it, you already know what you need to do. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in. Let me move this out the way, pull up my chat so I can see. Move that. Okay, cool. And we're going to go ahead and share the screen. Queen Barnes, what's the word?
What's good, bro?
Yo.
I think we're going to knock some news out today.
Okay.
In a good way.
Okay. I'm with it. And if y'all ain't got y'all Pro Trader Live Cups, y'all need to go ahead and get them. They're super dope. And she was not playing. They don't sweat. They don't sweat. I literally put some ice in here on one morning, and I had the ice the same ice, all the way until the evening. So I'm impressed.
Yeah, definitely no capping over here. No need.
Definitely impressed. So, all right, what is
US 30?
US 30, that 30. All right, y'all can see my screen? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I did, pull up Forex Factory real quick. There was news this morning. None of it was red folder news, but some of this orange folder definitely does still make the markets move. Okay. So we had US news at 8:30. And then we got at 9 o'clock, we got some New Zealand news, business confidence. So that's like sentiment. And then at 9:30, we got some Aussie news. So import prices. Okay. So let's see what that looks like moving forward. Oh, but we got news in the morning. We got big news in the morning on US. So 8:30, we got advanced GDP. Gross domestic product. Okay, gross domestic product, that's GDP. It's the broadest measure of economic activity and the primary gauge of the economy's health. So very, very important numbers. We also got unemployment claims coming out tomorrow as well. Okay. So yeah, we got some stuff that should make these markets move tomorrow morning for New York session. So let's just be mindful of that. And if we see some more opportunities that we can identify, then we will do so accordingly. So y'all remember the dollar markup, same one, y'all. Remember these imbalance lines that we put in here on Monday? We put these imbalance lines here, and look at what the market did. It came and got all of that imbalance. It's got to balance the books, y'all. It's got to balance the books, okay? But let's jump right in, dirty 30. Sheesh. I like it already. So I'm kind of mad that I didn't give it to y'all from up on this top zone, for real though, but it's okay. So this is where we were on Monday at 20 o'clock, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we got a nice breakout on Tuesday, about 1 o'clock, broke out of the bottom, gave us a beautiful wick entry retest for 4,075 pips. Man, we already starting out with a banger. Sheesh. Did anybody capitalize on that?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you say 4,700?
4,075 pips. 4,075 pips. Ooh, I see you, Pip Hustle. Yeah.
EA.
EA. Now, who pushed the button with me?
Me.
Okay. I'm just checking. Anybody else push the button with me besides Asia and the kid? Okay, I see. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So we already know that we ate on EA, right? 278 pips. Sheesh. 278 pips. Let's go.
EU.
Let's see. Okay. So this is where we were on Monday. We got a nice breakout candle on the bottom side. Let me put my arrow there. Put my arrow there. And as we got that beautiful breakout candle, we have a beautiful wick entry retest for 79 pips for the drop. Barely any drawdown. Then when the market came back up to your zone, once it broke out, it kind of kept pushing on up to this top zone, and it did give us another breakout. And because it did give us another breakout, technically we will be looking for the break retest trade on the top side. So we're going to deduct 30 pips from the 79 pips. So for EU, we have a net total of 49 pips. Got if you bought, you got your tater tapped a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. It happens. You can't win them all, but we can definitely win a lot of them. You hear me? Okay,
Chef
what we
J.
got? Chef J. Chef J did some work. Okay, so this is where we were in class. Got a nice breakout, nice retest. Everybody got invited to the party. She went up for about 13 pips, but we lock in 10. So that's going to be a 10 pip win on the buy side. But if you remember, I said that we're also looking for this reaction to the downside. And if you did catch that reaction to the downside, everybody got invited to the party for 177 pips. Sheesh. But it gets better, y'all. Because if y'all know how to watch these trades and know how to manage, look, we got another breakout of our support zone. Beautiful breakout candle right here. Beautiful wick entry retest for another 84 pips for the win on Chef J. So that's 177 plus 84 plus 10 on Chef J. Chef J gave it up. And she even came back and gave you a whole new entry again. Beautiful. If you didn't catch the first one and you caught this move over here today, you only had about 13 pips of drawdown and about 70 pips, but I'm just counting that all on that same breakout retest trade right here. Okay.
US oil.
That all.
Oil.
Just all. Okay. So this is where we were in class. She was kind of playing around this little consolidation area. She worked her way down to our order block. But remember, we like to set alerts. Okay. You like to set alerts at your order blocks because you don't know that it's just going to give you that reaction that you're looking for. Notice that it came in with a lot of momentum. It didn't break and close below your order block, but it did kind of start to give up some hesitation right in here. So if you were looking to buy off of that, that wasn't the best ideal time to buy, right? Right here when it first came down, you did probably got that tater tap. But this is the move that we were looking for on the downside. Beautiful breakout candle right here. Beautiful wick entry retest for both parties. Everybody's invited for 274 hippies. Let's go.
Sorry, what was the number again?
274.
All right, GU.
GU.
This is our week 33
This
trade.
is our week 33. Let's go. Let's see what GU got for us. Look at this, right? So this is where we were in class. Put up our little arrow here. Boop, boop. Nice, beautiful reaction to the downside for 117 pips. But she did come down and you could have caught this little bounce here, right here. That was 17 pips. So call it a 10 pip lock-in. So that's a win of 10 pips. Then when the market came back up, gave you a beautiful retest, and we took that market back on up for 53 pips. And then, see, like this was like a perfect ping pong scenario. Then we took it back down for the sell for another 50 pips. Literally in and out. So we got 50 plus 53 plus 10 plus 117.
Oh, 117.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no.
New. Okay, let's see. Okay. This is where we were in class. Had a nice little order block, but I wanted to see what she was going to do with our step 8. Okay. She came down to our step 8, gave us nice little 14 pip reaction, 10 pip lock in. So we're going to call it a 10 pip win on that one. Then the market broke down. Oh, I didn't even see this. Lord. Didn't even see that. But now I do.
Don't cheat them out they peeps now.
I'm not going to cheat them. Not going to cheat them. Beautiful. Break and close. Retest. Take the trade for a 41 pips to the downside. Then we also got a breakout of our bottom zone, our support zone, which we were looking for initially. Breakout, retest. Everybody's invited to the party. That market dropped down for a total of 16 pips, but you could still be holding this trade. If you are in a little bit of profit. Currently, you are about 8 pips up. So if anybody is still in that trade, just be mindful to manage your trade, okay? So we're gonna say 10 pip win, even though that market's still moving. A 10 pip win, so that's 20, and then 41. So 20 and 41 on new.
All right, AU.
AU, the Aussie. Okay, look at what the Aussie did. Y'all remember when I put this line up? This is where we were in class. Y'all remember when I put this red line up here? And we got that, look at this. We got a bearish engulfing candle or a negative order block. We got a beautiful wick entry retest, brought everybody to the party, but I didn't call that one out. But if you knew what I meant when I put that line there and you capitalized, kudos to you. But we got a nice breakout candle of our support zone right here. The market came back 2 hours later. Beautiful wick entry retest for our aggressives for 78 pips. 78 pips on AU.
Nasty nice.
Nasty nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So she didn't make quite back up to our zone. This is where we were on Monday's class. She didn't make it back up to our zone, but she did break out of the bottom. Beautiful breakout, impulsive move all the way down. Beautiful retest entry. Did not hit your stop loss for 1,139 pips. 1,139 pips.
Pips will make her dance.
Oh yeah, they will. They
You
will.
can.
You can. Okay, UCAD broke out with some aggression of our top side. She gave us the violation that we were looking for, but we didn't get a full retest. She retested the wick, but not the actual body. So this trade on UCAD is still pending.
UJ.
Give me 1 second. And boom, UJ. Okay, UJ, look at you. So this is where we were in class. She just barely missed our zone that we were looking for with this, this reaction to the downside that she did do, but she just didn't push up as high as I was wanting her to go, but it's okay. It's okay. She still broke and closed below our support zone. Beautiful retest. Everybody's invited to the party. Nobody's stop loss got hit for 95 pips. 95 pips.
Go, your bay, your boo thing.
My boo thing.
A mess.
Oh yeah, you got to know. So this is where we were in class, right? Step 8, beautiful wick entry retest. She pushed up for 249 pips, right? So that's the first piece of the puzzle. Then, we said that we can play step 8 both ways. You can play it on the top or you can play it on the bottom. Look at this. Is this not a beautiful breakout candle right there? Breaking below our zone. Beautiful wick entry retest for 1,485 pips. Okay, 1,485 pips. Then she was like, I'm not done. I like it. I like your step 8. I like your step 8. She broke out again. She broke out again. Right here. Beautiful wick entry retest. She pushed up, but she was like, no, I'm gonna drop a little bit lower, but I'm gonna shoot a little bit higher. This time, she did not hit the stop loss for 1,352 pips. 1,352 pips.
Yeah.
And then she did it again. She said, break out again, retest one more time. And look, this is currently an active trade, but she already gave you 397 pips, okay? So, but if you did take this trade and you were still managing it, you are in profit, but just be careful. Just be careful, okay? But we're going to go with what we got based on that time, 397 pips for that one.
SP 500.
SP. Sheesh. Would you look at this? Oh my gosh. Beautiful breakout candle. This is where we were in the class. Came all the way down, broke our support zone. Beautiful retest for 665 pips on SPX 500. 665 pips. Mm, mm, mm. I'm excited. Who else is excited? This is just
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing, y'all. It's amazing. Even when we take some lessons, we still are victorious. So don't think that you have to be this perfect trader, because they don't exist. All right? They don't exist. So know that it's okay to make mistakes sometimes, but as long as you have the concepts in place that keep you in alignment, even if it messes up sometimes, it's going to win more times than not. So just remember that. Just remember that. Okay, so while we have Queen Bowens getting our numbers together, I'm going to open it up for some questions. And yeah, let's talk about some stuff. Let's see where y'all heads at, what y'all thinking. Sorry, y'all had to hit the inhaler. Pollen's still trying to take me out, but it's okay. Had me a little wheezy. You have any questions? Any questions? Okay. Couple hands up, Mr. Donald.
Yeah, I got a question on the swing highs and swing lows. Typically, the swing high is going to be on the peak and the swing low is going to be on I guess, the valley. But there are times when you have a mixture. When, let's say, for instance, you're marking up the swing on the swing high side, and you would have, I guess, a peak and a valley on that side, on the top side. I think I saw that
So we can typically see what you're talking about better on the line chart. So you said, so I make sure I'm understanding this. So you saying, is there ever a time where there's a peak and a valley?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw it. Well, you have marked up the chart before, and where you mark up a peak, and then you might have a valley also on the top side. I think I've seen that anyway.
Oh, it sounds like you're kind of talking about my hiccups. Because this would be a peak right here on the top. And
yeah,
then
something like that. But, and also on top of that is at the end of the line, the end of the line sometimes ends up when you mark it up, it's like in the zone, it's in that particular zone. Yeah, and I'm trying to get a better understanding on that and the previous.
Okay, so that first piece, like when you have the peak and the valley, and they're real close together, typically that looks like my hiccup, which would be this right here. That's an example of one. Not the best example because it failed.
Right.
But sometimes it happens. But it didn't fail all the way, because look at how it broke out up here, and then it retested right here on this wick, and then it dropped down. But sometimes we expect certain size moves to take place, or we want to see a certain size move take place, but sometimes it's just not ready to give you that move at that particular time. And that's fine, but you got to understand, like, okay, let me go ahead and be okay with these 105 pips right here. Let me be okay with that, as opposed to not being okay with it. And then my entry being here at the bottom of this box. And then I allow the trade to end up 181 pips against me. Does that make sense?
No, I don't really understand that.
Okay, so my point is, take what the market is giving you. Don't come up with, even if you can see like, okay, so you know that based on how the market is moving, you should get a large reaction or a small reaction. Don't worry about the size of the reaction. Worry about the reaction. Okay? Because if you worry about the reaction and then you can capitalize based on, okay, it broke out of my area of support, it retested my area of support as new resistance, I know that that market should push down. But just because I know that it should push down, it doesn't mean that it's getting ready to plummet. Like, it doesn't mean that it's going to end up all the way down here. Because what if you was anticipating this move all the way over here, but then before it did this move, it pushed up higher? So your timing is key, but take what the market is giving you. It's not going to always give you 1,000 pips. Sometimes it's only going to give you 10. And you got to take the 10 and be cool with the 10 for that time. Take your bag, come back the next day. Take what the market is giving you, as opposed to having these preconceived notions about what the market should do, because the market's always right. You aren't.
Yeah,
And that's not you specifically, that's you as in everybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the relevant. Well, let me when you
that was just an extra gem. But as far as your swing highs and swing lows, this is what it looks like. So, but typically when you're looking for your swing highs or your swing lows, you want to see at least 3 candlesticks. 5 if you're being conservative, but at least 3 candlesticks.
When you say 3 candlesticks, you're talking 3 touches?
No, 3 candlesticks.
Okay.
Small one on the left, your tallest candle or your highest wick or whatever, and then one on the right. And vice versa. One on the left, which is higher. One in the middle is the longest. One on the right is higher.
Okay. All right.
All right. Go ahead, talk to me.
No. Well, when you mark up the charts again, I'll try to correlate that to what you said, and if anything, I
Here, look right here. One candlestick, 2 candlestick, 3 candlestick.
Mm-hmm.
The candlestick on the left is at a certain point. The candlestick in the middle is higher than everything else. The candlestick on the right is lower. 3 candlesticks. Or what would it look like if it was 5 candlesticks? 2 candles on the left leading up to the highest candle in the middle, and 2 candles on the right leading away from the highest candle in the middle.
Okay.
Is that you see it now?
Yeah, I see.
You sure?
When when you mark up the chart, when you mark up the charts again, I'll see if it sinks in a little better.
Okay. All right. And
if anything, I'll bring up the question again, or I'll raise my hand again if
okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. All right. Who we got? Steve.
Hey, what's going on, Mop?
What's the word, King?
Man, I can't complain. You see the violation on the right hand side? Yeah, to the right, right, down, 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 down. That violation right there. And then
Violation right where?
I'm sorry, all the way to the right. Is this the active trade?
Yeah, this is current. This is current market right here.
So I'm saying like you see how that bullish engulfing candle
You talking
and how
about
the
this
market
right
just
here?
valid? No, the one to the left, left, right there. So it just pretty much validated that candle just validated it. So is that a open trade right now? A pending trade?
That's one that you can take, possibly based on these concepts. We got
Got
8
you.
months.
So that setup right there, would you wait for it to break out back up to the top, or would you just take it from the for the sale?
Well, being that this market is quite bearish, and we still got all of this area where it ain't no paint, it's viable that it could continue to drop lower. So I would say what I just said on the other, when I made the other statement, take what the market is giving you. If you choose to enter there, if you get in profit, then make sure you secure some of it so that it doesn't turn into a losing trade, because it very could easily push back up here and give us a reversal structure, because all this could be the head. If it pushes back up above that zone, we could be looking for our neckline retracement, retest, and that market could shift back up.
Gotcha.
So if you are going to take this trade, first off, you need to determine why you want to take it. You want to take it just because it's an order block? If that's the case, I hope that you have more support, more confluence, because an order block and an order block alone is not enough to take a trade. But I do see that we got some imbalance. Okay, so now that's another piece of the puzzle that we added. Okay, and it also violated here too. We got a violation. So we got 3 pieces of evidence to support that it could possibly continue lower. Right?
Gotcha.
So whatever strategy you're using, whatever trade idea you are looking for, just make sure that you got the supporting evidence. The more supporting evidence, or the more confluence that you have for your trades, the more confirmations that you have for your trade, the more likely that is a high probability trade setup. The least or the less confirmations, probably want to err on the side of caution, as in like lower the risk, or just look for something better.
Gotcha.
Okay. Does that answer the question?
Oh, you crushed it.
Okay, perfect. All right, Mr. Eric.
Can you hear me?
Loud
All
and
right. How you doing?
fantastic.
First
How about
time.
yourself?
Yeah, first time on the night. I guess I'm just trying to figure out, looking at how you got your little bit. I'm not asking for the whole strategy, but I guess based on looking at those, I guess that's the support and resistance, or that's supply and demand. Is that how you put those two lines?
In this case, you talking about these up here?
Yes.
Yes. So this is my resistance zone. This is my support zone.
Okay. Is that based on the daily movement?
That's based on
daily consolidation.
That's based on where we were at the time of class on Monday. So we've been doing this class Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's what this vertical line is representing, that time. So being that this is your first time, I'm going to take you through the steps, because I want you to be abreast of all the information.
Understood.
So do you have your pen and your pad ready, sir?
No, really.
How you gonna come to class and you ain't ready to take no notes?
I'll be honest, I had absolutely no idea. I just heard it was a trading webinar or something like that. So I don't know if there was gonna be a presentation or this
Oh
gonna be
no,
actually?
no, no. We get into the bag on these.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, no, no. You done seen presentations before. Nah, this ain't no presentation. No, this is class. This is where we show up,
All right.
learn how to get the bag. That's what we do here. But
All
I
right.
can appreciate that
All
though.
right, I got my pen ready, man.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. So quick question. How long have you been trading?
Oh,
Sounds like you
I
got
started like 3 years ago. Been off and on. Haven't just really got serious about it.
Okay. So what's gonna be different this time around? Because this could be just like any other trading webinar that you hopped on in the past, but what's gonna be different?
Exactly. What is you asking? You trying to say what is my ultimate goal for the future?
I'm saying, yeah. What's gonna be different for you because people go through things in their life, you know, they do things in for certain reasons in certain seasons, right? And
Mhm.
it's the same thing, like, okay, well, I didn't pull a trigger this last go around because of X, Y, and Z, whatever those may be. But now X, Y, and Z might have been moved out your way, and now it's more of alignment for you. So my question is, being that everything happens for a reason and somebody sent you information for this call and you decided to hop on, is this something like, oh, I'm just looking for some information, or is you gonna win? Because all it takes is decision. The same decision that it takes for you to make to get on this call is the same decision that it takes for you to say, I'm gonna win.
Yep, just coming over here looking for information. Haven't decided I'm going to go trading or not. So
okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. Well, since you're here in this free capacity, I'm gonna give it to you anyway. And
awesome.
I hope that I deliver it in a way in which it not only excites you about how you can learn it and what you can learn it, but it excites you enough to the point where you can do it yourself. Okay, is that fair? Still there? You mute? Okay, he muted. Well, hopefully that's fair for you, my brother, and everybody else. So, we got a lot of time. Somebody throw some pairs out. We'll do a couple today.
Well, before they do that, did Donald have a question?
I did see his hand go back. Oh boy, they flying with him already.
And you know, GU is first, but I'm gonna let y'all get to y'all pairs. But just 1 second. I just want to let y'all know that this week 33, we had 13 trades, 1 pending, 12 wins for 10,698 pips.
Lord.
Now, that's nice. Because it is, that's nice. That was no shade. At the end of 2022, we had 188,519 pips. As of and including week 33, we've had 391,418 total pips from week 1 to week 33.
Oh my God.
And I was sick once or twice, so I'm missing a week or two.
Hold on, say those numbers again. How many total pips for how many months? Lord have mercy.
Oh my God. What?
I knew I'd have to repeat it again. It's quite all right.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I know, right?
You need to get them stats printed up on a flyer. For real.
That's a small condo. So the end of 2022, the team as a whole garnered 188,519 pips. As of week 33, in total, we've gained 391,418 total pips for the first 33 weeks of the 65-week challenge.
Oh, Lord. Lord. Man, oh man, oh man. That is fantabulous. if I do say so myself.
I was supposed to say that in my little voice, but oh well.
It's
Them big
okay.
pips, them big pips deserve the big voice, not
Yeah,
the little
yeah,
voice.
yeah. You got to put some respect on the big pips. Oh my God, man. I'm so happy and grateful now, man. That is absolutely amazing. Did y'all hear what she said? Like that, y'all understand how much power is in that statement? So just think about that's almost 400,000 pips that she said. Just imagine you just invested $1 and you caught all 400,000 or 391,000 pips off $1.
And that's between both Akil and Mark Goldfinger fair marking up the charts. So y'all drop some 5s and 7s in the chat for both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Hey, we lit around here in the Hidden Wealth Society. I'm just saying, if man, the numbers speak for themselves. The numbers speak for themselves.
They don't call us the #1 trading team for no reason.
That part. Man, I'm so happy to be here. It is my favorite place to be. Okay, but man, sheesh. Now we done got all that excitement out the way. Let's look at these charts. So, Mr. Eric, I hope you're ready with that pen, that pad. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna type this thing out. So, Mr. Eric, this strategy that we have been looking at and gaining all these wonderful pips on is called the 7 steps to pipping. Not to be confused with Scotty. Okay, the 7 steps to pipping. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna type these steps out. Okay, step number 1 is to be on the correct pair and the correct time frame. This is a 1-hour strategy, Mr. Eric. All right. And it's a pending order strategy. Okay. A pending order strategy. Here, I'm gonna put that up here. Okay. We're going to be using buy limits and sell limits for our entry into the market based on these types of trade ideas. Okay. So we got step 1, correct pair, correct time frame, 1-hour chart. Okay. Step 2 is going to be to switch to the to the line chart. Switch to the line chart. Okay. Let's do that. Switch to the line chart. Boom. That's the line chart. Simple so far, I hope. Step number 3 is to identify the end of the line. And the end of the line represents current market price. Okay. Boom. Where's the end of the line? Right here. You see this horizontal line going across our screen that we didn't draw? That's moving with this little bulb right here that keeps pulsating. That's the end of the line. Okay. Step number 4 says to identify the swing highs, swing lows. We need 2 of each. Okay. So we got step 3, end of the line. Step 4, so we're gonna come over to our left-hand side, 1, 2 down, hit the arrow, grab a horizontal line. Okay. Here's the end of the line. Now we need to identify some swing highs and some swing lows. Well, I already know that based on our previous markup that we did, that these were 2 clear resistance points or swing highs. Okay. Now, we also have here, I like this little swing low, and I like this point here, but I'm gonna grab this one because it's a little lower than here. Okay. So that's step number 4. We got peaks that make our swing highs to get our resistance lines, and we have valleys to get our support lines. Okay. Peaks and valleys. Now, step 5. Step 5, very, very simple. Switch to the candlesticks. Switch back to the candlesticks. Okay, let's do that. Switch back to the candlesticks. Boom. Okay, step 6 says to shade in the zones with a rectangle box. Okay, let's do that. So come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, 1 too far. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down. Grab the rectangle. Starting boom on that body to that body. Boom. All right, have my zones created. If you don't have your zones created, right, and your zone looks something like this, the way that you can extend it both ways is hit style, and you can click extend right and extend left, and it'll take it to the past and the future. But we already got it created and saved, so we're just gonna, use our template there. Now, we need to create our one on the bottom, boom, and boom. Okay, so finally, we got step number 7. And step number 7 says to draw out the frog legs. Okay, and what are the frog legs? The frog legs are the visual representation of these 3 letters, BRT. That stands for break, retest, trade. Okay, break, retest, trade. These are very, very pivotal pieces to the puzzle. Okay, knowing how to identify that, move that right there, and lock it and lock it. Now, let's do step number 7. So we have our resistance zone. Boom, break, retest, trade. On the bottom side, break, retest, trade. Okay, these are our 7 steps. But let's talk a little bit more about step number 7. Okay, for anybody who might have missed this part. Okay, so when I say the visual representation of break, retest, trade, what I want to see one of my blue candles break above the zone. I want to see it start in the trap, and I want to see it extend and break and close above the zone. I don't want to see a wick like I see right here. I want to see the body of the candlestick close above this zone. Okay, then what I want to see happen? Then I want to see one of my bear candles, which are black. I want to see when those come in, starting above, because remember, this previous candle gave us a breakout, okay? I want to see the next candle that opened up above the zone come back down to retest, okay? So when we have our breakout candle, that candlestick is the candlestick that gives us permission to place our order, okay? Gives us permission to place our order. So When you see this candle, place your order. Then we want to see the candle or a price action work its way back down to the level in which it broke out from, right? Because this is resistance here. And when it retests it, it's going to retest as new support, okay? So we want to see it come back down to this market. Now, if you're the trader who says, okay, I'm ready to get into this market, but I don't know how to get in. Okay, well, guess what? You've actually given yourself 4 price points to enter this market. These lines that you placed when we were identifying our swing highs and our swing lows, those are also your entry points, okay? So if you are the aggressive trader, your entry opportunity lies on the outside line or the top line, okay? If you're conservative, your trade opportunity lies on the inside line or the bottom line, okay? There's nothing wrong with either type of trader, but the difference is this. The aggressive trader says, okay, I don't mind the drawdown. I'm cool with it. It doesn't bother me. I just want to get in the trade. I want to make sure I'm in the trade, okay? Cool, no problem. But know this, it is a higher likelihood that if the market is moving with momentum to do your retest, that it can possibly hit your stop loss depending upon that momentum at that time, okay? Not to say that it won't still give you the move that you're looking for, but sometimes the thing just be coming fast, right? So know that. But the conservative trader says, I don't like drawdown, so I want to get in to the market at the best possible price with the least amount of drawdown, period, okay? So because your entry point is lower as a conservative trader, you should in turn incur less drawdown, okay? So in any event, once the market comes back down and retests the zone, what do we want to see happen next? Well, because we knew that this was our permission candlestick, and we went ahead and placed our orders, when the retest came back and picked us up, right? Now what we want to see is, okay, the trade has now been activated. Now let's get to the bag, right? We want to see this candlestick just explode in our direction, okay? This is what we're looking for on the top side. But what about the bottom side? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you, okay? Same thing. We want to see a bearish candle break and close below this zone. Again, not the wicks like this right here, the body. We want to see the body break and close below that zone, okay? Then what do we want to do? What we want to see? We want to see the exact same thing that we saw over on this side. Remember, this first black candlestick that's breaking and closing below our zone, that's our permission candlestick. We now have permission to place our order based on the break and close of this bearish candle below our support zone, okay? So because we have that, now we want to see bullish price action, or my blue candlesticks, return to the zone that it broke out from, okay? Come back up to the zone to retest the market, okay? Or retest this level as new resistance, okay? It was previous support here. Once it breaks and closes below, it's going to retest that same level as new resistance, okay? If you are the aggressive trader, again, your trade opportunity lies on the outside or the bottom line, okay? If you're the conservative trader, it lies on the top line or the inside lines, okay? Boom. So the market has came back and retested, has activated our trades. What do we want to see next? We want to see the market drop it like it's hot, okay? That's what we want to see. Say, what about the center? Okay, now, For the center is very, very simple. We're simply, now this is your bonus step right here. This is your bonus step. This is step 8. I haven't typed out step 8 for y'all since we've been doing this, so I'm gonna do it today. Step 8 says to draw out or to draw a fib retracement from the swing high, or here, I'll say it like this, from the top zone to the bottom zone. Simple. With the 50% and 61.8% levels. Okay. Boom. So I add that over there now. We'll unlock the stuff. Boom. Now we're gonna lock it back. Make sure that's locked. Okay, cool. All right. So talking about the middle zone now. So I'm gonna grab my Fibonacci retracement tool. 1, 2, 3 from the top. Hit the arrow over where it says Gann and Fibonacci tools. And we're gonna select fib retracement. Now, I'm gonna simply start on my top zone. Boom. And I'm gonna go to my bottom zone. Boom. And I already have my fib set. Call it the golden zone. Boom. So notice how I have these levels set right up in here. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a horizontal line. Boom. And I'm gonna place it on each of those, excuse me, each of those fib levels. Boom. And we're gonna grab another line. Make sure our price points match. Perfect, they do. Click our fib, delete our, oops, wait a minute. Yep, delete our fib. Perfect. Now, same way that we created these zones, we're gonna shade in this one as well. Boom. And let's make sure our price points match. 823, 772. Perfect. Zones. Boom. But we're gonna change this color. Boom. Because that's our golden zone. So with the golden zone, you can play the market both ways based off of the golden zone. Now, if the market is respecting the 50%, you can take trades off of the retest to the downside. But if it disrespects the 58%, breaks and closes above the 61.8%, then we can take trades to the upside. Okay. And inside of here, I'm gonna go ahead and type step 8. Okay, step 8. Oh, too big. There we go. Step 8 zone. All right. So, do we have any questions about this? Any questions? I'm gonna.
Go ahead, Christina.
Hey, Mark, on this pair,
Mhm.
yeah, okay, so now you got it marked up. Can we do an entry on the 15-minute? Can you show
Yeah,
me how to do that?
you can always scale down in time frames. So if you do your setup on the higher time frames, you can always go to the lower time frames to identify your entry. Like somebody might have already been in this market because they identified this negative order block.
So I have a pending order
Mhm.
for a sell limit right at the yellow box
Okay,
right now, actually.
right now.
I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure I did it right on the 15, because I marked it up on the hour and then I
Okay.
went down to the
Went
15.
down to
So
the 15. Okay, perfect. Yeah. What if you whatever higher time frame that you want to use to do your analysis on, that is perfectly fine. And when it comes down to you executing the trade, yeah, you can go down and look for. So time is relative, right? So even though it's an hour chart and a 15-minute chart, time is all still happening at the same time, right? It doesn't change what's happening, but it does look different on these different time frames. So the lower the time frame you go, the more of a sniper entry that you'll get. But the lower the entry that you go, depending on how
the
you,
more drawback you got.
well, not necessarily that, but depends on how much, how do I want to say this? The lower the time frame typically is going to be more of a scalping kind of thing, right?
In and out kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of an in and out kind of thing. So you just got to be mindful when you are making the transition from the 1 hour or whatever higher time frame chart that you're using to scaling it down to those lower time frames. But once you identify what you're looking for on the hour and you scale down, like, look, it's already happening. I just went to this 15-minute chart. You said you was looking for an entry up here. Not to say that it won't give it to you, but
You know, I originally had a sell limit right there where you drew that little gray box. And then I deleted it and I was like, well, let me put it up a little bit more.
but look at what happened if you would have trusted what you said. You would be in profit right now.
That's my issue.
So,
So now if I wanted to take this down to the 5 minute,
okay, let's look at the 5 minute. Here's the 5 minute, same scenario, 5 minute chart. What you want to see?
so that looks like, so where would I? So how, when, if I do it on the 5 minute, how many pips am I looking for? Like 10?
I don't even go to
5?
5 minute to be completely honest with you. Me personally, I don't go that low.
I haven't been that low, but I've been messing with binary options
Okay.
also.
So let me ask you this. And this question that I'm about to ask is for everybody, but I'm asking you specifically, Christina. Excuse me. What type of trader are you? What is your, how would you classify yourself as a trader?
I've been trading on the hour, but
So what kind of trader would that make you?
day trader? Scalper? I don't know. Intraday trader?
Intraday trader. Intraday trader. Day traders typically are okay holding a trade overnight. So like, okay, if I started a trade today, I'm cool we're not getting out of the trade until tomorrow. That's a day trader. Intraday traders, they'll most likely enter a trade and exit a trade in the same day.
That's what I try to do. Doesn't always happen like that, but
Okay. Hey, and it's like that sometimes. But the reason why I'm asking you this question, asking everybody this question, is because that's the answer to that question is going to dictate a lot about the type of trade setup that you even look for. If you know that you don't have a lot of time to manage the trade, it would probably be a better idea for you to look for longer trade opportunities like swing trades, right? Something where you can get in the market and you know that you're going to be in it for a minute. So you ain't got to be like focused on checking it every day or every hour or every 15 minutes or.
doesn't matter what time frame I'm entering on. I'm constantly looking at it. I need to delete MetaTrader once I enter a trade.
No, because you still got to manage it. You just got to create the discipline around yourself or for yourself to say, okay, I'm not going to keep this thing, I'm not going to keep my phone glued in my hand because I already spent my time doing my analysis, right? So because I spent my time and I spent good time, right? I didn't just look at the chart and say, oh, it's going to do this real quick, push the button. And then now I really got to be trying to manage the thing with my phone glued to my face because I didn't really give it a real assessment, right? So, but if you actually are going through and doing your due diligence, then you should be developing some confidence. You should be developing some trust within yourself based on these concepts, but how you execute these concepts, right? So that's the whole reason why we say, if you're a brand new trader, I will not release you until you show me 7 out of 10 winning trades, period. There's no way around that. That's your prerequisite. I'm not gonna back down off of that because you need to be able to prove to yourself that based on what you're learning, you can implement it successfully. Because how are you gonna grow an account to $1 million if you can't even string together 7 out of 10 wins? That's 70%. That's average. We don't do stuff average no more.
I hear that.
We
My
gotta.
problem is I get in the trade and then I'm blue and I look at it and I'm like, should I get out? Nah, it looks like it's gonna go down. And then I go negative and then it goes blue again. And then I question myself and then I close it.
And then what happens after you close it?
It does exactly what I thought it was gonna do.
Okay. That's my prime example of if they get you emotionally engaged, if the market makers can get you as the individual trader, the retail trader, the person who they already know, man, they ain't got no money for real. They don't even contribute to the market movements except maybe 20% if we let them. So market makers, they already talking down on you. They already know what you're gonna do. So because they know what you're gonna do as the retail trader, they said, okay, watch how we pimp you in your face.
That's exactly what they do.
Because they get you emotionally engaged. If they can get you emotionally engaged and now you flustered, now you're making rash decisions. Now you're going against the analysis that you sat down and you did and you determined based on your trend, based on the higher time frame directional bias that is showing you, which is still the trend. See how I did that, right?
Mhm.
We're also talking about the news. We're also talking about locations of supply and demand and swing highs and swing lows. Now we have all of these different pieces that we can put together, to create the ultimate trade opportunity for us. But how often do we wait on that to actually show up? Most times we don't. Why? Because we're impatient. We got to stop being impatient. We have to stop marrying the losers and divorcing the winners.
Absolutely.
But how do you know what's going to be if you can't even stick and stay for 10 minutes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to learn to manage our emotions. Whether you up, same emotion. You down, same emotion. You cannot buy into your emotions because your emotions is going to fail you when it comes to this. For sure.
It does.
I know. How long have you been looking through the set of lenses that you've been looking through?
Since I started.
What does that mean? Since you started trading or since you started breathing?
I guess breathing, but I didn't notice it until I started trading.
How? You've been looking at things your whole life and making decisions about them. That dress is ugly, girl. Ooh, this purse cute. Look at them nails. Them nails is fire. Look at her wig. It's trash. We've literally used our eyes our whole life to make decisions.
That is true. But what
This
if you
is
make
no
bad
different.
decisions all the time, and then when you look
I
into the
didn't
market,
say whether they was good or bad decisions. I just said we use our eyes to make decisions, because everything that look good ain't good, and everything that don't look good ain't bad,
it's true.
right? So trust your eyes. Even if you get it wrong, you're not gonna not make a bad decision sometimes just because you thought you had it right, because it looked good. Sometimes that thing is gonna look amazing, but it's for your detriment, and you don't even know it because it looked good.
True. Very true.
Right? So even if you get it wrong, it's okay. Because if you focus on the concepts, the principles behind this stuff, that's going to yield you much better results.
Okay.
It's going to yield you much better results, because it's like, did you ever play sports? Any
Yeah.
sports? Okay, what sport did you play?
Tennis.
Tennis. So in tennis, I'm sure like there are fundamentals that you had to learn, right?
Yes.
Right. This is no different. This is the fundamental stuff that we're getting. So it don't matter how dope somebody is if they can, cross behind their back and dribble all crazy and do all that or whatever, but they can't shoot. It don't matter how far you is then, because you can't even execute what I need you to execute. It's great that you can keep the ball away, but can you put the ball in the hole to get these points? Or can you get the ball over the net in a way that your opponent can't hit it and you get the point? It's all the same thing, but you wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff if you didn't first have the fundamentals. The fundamentals, let that be your insurance policy to show you, okay, boom, well, as long as I got this and I stay within these parameters, even if I mess up sometime, I'm still gonna come out more times on top, because it's conceptual. Same thing over and over and over again. But that's, a lot of people think that trading is hard. Trading itself is not.
Oh,
It's
marking up the charts
managing-
is easy.
Huh?
Marking up the charts is easy.
Right. It's managing you.
Yes.
That's the hardest part about trading, y'all. Did y'all know that? It's not marking up the charts. That's easy. It's not identifying a trend. That's easy. What direction is it going down or is it going up? It's very simple. You can look at it and see. But the hardest part of this thing, y'all, is managing you. Managing
that
your
stop loss.
emotions. Oh, and my God, if you're trading without a stop loss, you deserve to lose.
No, I'm just saying, like, and take profits and.
If you're trading without take profits, you deserve to lose.
Oh no, I always put a take profit.
So wait, you'll put a take profit, but not a stop loss?
Sometimes, yes.
You deserve to lose.
Or I just go really negative and then I wait for it to go positive. I
Oh.
see where it's like wicking out.
Then
And then
you
if it goes
definitely
over that
deserve
one.
to lose.
No,
Did you
I
hear
don't do
what you
that.
just said? Did you hear what you just said out loud on this call with all these people? You heard what you said.
Yes.
You said, or I could just let it go really, really negative and hope it's
Well,
around. But what if you don't got that
I'm
much
fine.
money, Christina? What if
But
you're
my,
the person who's
I'm
just
upping my
starting?
stop loss. I mean, I'm upping my, no, I guess, I'm upping my lot size. So it's like when I go negative, sometimes I'm like, whoa. Every time I bump it up like the next week and I get a bigger negative, I'm like, damn. But then if it like goes up the next level, then I'll,
You're like, yes, yes, I made it. That's fake. You can't do that. Because if you haven't even taken the time to develop the confidence to use the lot size that you're trying to use, then it's going to keep getting you emotionally wrapped up.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's okay to stay at a level, to get comfortable, and then push past the comfort. But sometimes you can't push past something that you ain't even developed. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes.
Okay. You got any other questions? Am I driving this point home?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that I was looking at the lower time frames correctly after I mark it up on the higher time frames.
No, that's cool. Like I said, but this 5 minute, I don't even go down there. I don't even go
Uh,
down there. 15 minutes is the lowest I go in most cases because it's still going to show me enough volume that I'm looking for, enough imbalance that I'm looking for, especially because it's just a zoomed in version of the hour time frame. But do you see what's happening? Like you said that you had an order initially right here. You would be in good cool blues right now if you trusted
Yeah.
yourself.
And
So
you
gotta
can,
trust yourself, even when you get it wrong. Because otherwise, how are you going to learn to trust yourself? If
that
you
is true.
don't give yourself opportunities to do it. Like this is for anybody who prays. If you pray for something, does he actually give you what you're praying for, or does he give you an opportunity to get what you're talking about?
It gives you an opportunity.
Exactly. If you're praying for patience, he's not just giving you patience, he's giving you an opportunity to be patient. Ultimately, the choice is still yours. This is no different. This is no different. But I hope I answered the question.
You did. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. What we got next? Mr. Eric.
Go ahead and unmute Eric.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Hello? All right. So now, how do we get to the exit strategy? I don't know. Don't exit strategy. So once you end the trade,
Okay.
so yeah, I don't know if you're looking at another support, the next support and resistance level as a target, or
So
he's just going at a certain amount of pips. So I just want to know what the exit strategy is.
got you. So typically what we teach is 30 pips, right? We teach a 30 pip take profit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, and so so now while you're managing the trade, in the case where the person not getting 30 pips,
Right.
I think your philosophy is okay. Go ahead and take what you can get, but maybe I need to ask, how do you determine that? So we don't know if you don't know if the market is finished, maybe it's just another retracement or a pullback, and it's exit too early, or you cap where you're trying to target. So what is the consistency to where you're trying to tell them, okay, don't exit too early and don't exit out of fear. So what is the psychology of when you're telling them? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All of those things, I'm not even telling them. I'm telling you that in a call setting like this. But because I can't teach you how to manage a trade, because I can't teach you how to manage your emotions. That's something that has to come from a personal place.
Exactly.
And that you have to grow, work through, and evolve through. So I will recommend a 30 pip take profit. Now, if you see that your trade is moving in profit in your direction, and let's say the market gives you 17 pips or it's showing you 17 pips of profit, my recommendation for you would then be to secure at least 10 of those pips. And by secure, I mean take your stop loss, which is still in a place of loss or negative, to a place of profit. So that means that if a trade goes against you, you know that you're going to make at least 10 pips out of that trade. Does that make sense?
Okay. So just recap. So once price goes, like you say, about 17 pips, example you're trying to use, move your stop loss into about 10 pips past the point of entry.
Mm-hmm.
That way, at least you have secured some profits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you also suggest that maybe people take half of their profits, take half of their lots off, or whatever that case may be?
Now, again, I can't tell you how to manage your trade because
okay.
no money. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, what I will say is to develop a system, develop an exit strategy, because everybody's got different financial goals, right? So let's say you're the person who says, okay, let's say my trading plan is 90 days, a 90-day trading plan, okay? So for 90 trading days, my overall daily target is 30 pips, okay? Now, what are the contingencies? The contingencies are, okay, well, what if the market doesn't give me my full 30 pips? It does show me profit, but it doesn't give me my full 30 pips. How many pips am I going to be okay with securing? Or how much percent am I going to be okay with securing? Or if my trade reaches 80% of my target, how much of that do I want to have in my account? Do I want to take partial once the market gets up to 80%? If I do I want to take 80% off the table? Do I want to take 30% off the table? Like, how much do I want to take off? That's something that I can't tell you because you have your own individual financial goals. Now, if that was something that you did want to discuss, then go ahead and lock in your position, and then you can schedule a private consultation with me and we can work on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for answering my question, man.
No problem. So, but did you understand this strategy as I've gone through it?
Okay, yes, the majority of it.
Okay.
I know you got a great understanding about you did 1 through 5. So I guess in the case of I will say this, I guess in the case with me, the reason I can't avoid it price action back in the past is because it's timing those pull what you call it when you enter, wait for the pullback and then let it go. When it comes back and hits either the resistance or come back and hit the support.
Yeah.
In either direction, and then it goes into that. Because right, I was like I'll put a position like in a place of consolidation, and when it reverses, and when it was just really pulling back, yeah, I didn't have the trade psychology to stay in the trade, but that was my first year. But
okay.
I understand pullbacks happen.
Oh yeah, but pullbacks are amazing if you know how to use them.
Yeah, I like pullbacks on a daily time frame.
I like a pullback, period. You want to know why I like a pullback?
I can probably guess.
Okay, give me a guess. Why do you think that I might like a pullback?
In most cases, a pullback is a place where there's a potential place where volume is resetting, and it's a potential place where it's going to break out and go and make a nice little move. Not at all the time, but in most cases, that's a good indication, because what you don't want to do is go getting in the middle of a trade while it's already in the middle of a run. That's a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
Like after you get past that pullback, that's usually a good place that the market is either resetting itself to make another volatile move or volume is pumping into the area. That's basic knowledge of it.
Okay. I'm gonna say it simpler for you. The reason why I like pullbacks is because pullbacks give me new entries.
There you go.
Pullbacks give me new entries. So they are wonderful and necessary, because we already know that the market is not going to move in one direction forever. So because we know that the market's not going to move in one direction forever, we got to anticipate reverses or those pullbacks, those retracements. And we want to see them happen, especially if, say, we're in a trending market, right? We're in a trending market, and let's say it's in a downtrend. So we're seeing a whole lot of bearish pressure, but then after, about 2 o'clock, we notice the market starting to slow down, consolidate, and then start its pullback. The pullback, a lot of times people be like, oh man, the market's getting ready to turn around. Like, no, it's just doing what you said. It's resetting itself. It's going to reset itself. So let's say I missed the initial entry, but when the market pulls back, now I can get into that trade opportunity at the next best possible price, because the market will have pulled back, and then it will have started to show signs of where it is no longer willing to go higher than a certain point. And once we start to identify where that area is, then now say, boom, that's where I need to get into the market, because it showed an unwillingness to go higher than this point. So if I know that the market is not going higher than this point, then why not enter for a short position? Much. Come on, brother, join me on the inside of the Hidden Wealth Society, man. Let's run this thing up, brother. We got any more questions? Brother Steve, what you got?
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
What's happening?
Cool question. So I feel myself, I find myself in a situation like when I mark up the charts, I do it on my own, and say, I do the 7 steps, I wait for the breakout, right? And say London session, right? Mm-hmm. But we say we never trade in like the Asian session, but when it breaks out, say the top of my zone, right? And next thing you know, it's starting to consolidate. It's like the Asian session now. I feel myself like sometimes I fall asleep. Sometimes I may win and it come back, retest you back up. And then sometimes I may just like lose, like, I mark it up like during the day, and then it probably won't even retest it, probably like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Should I just cancel the trade? Like, if it's not retesting during the if it's not going to retest during the London session, or should I just keep that trade active because it never retested?
Now that's kind of going again come back down to your personal preference. But I'll say this: if you have a setup, because sometimes this will happen, you will have a setup that you're looking for, but it sets up too early. Like it sets up in the wrong session. So if you have a setup that you're looking for, but it sets up in a session that is not supposed to be set up in, I wouldn't take that trade.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't do it. I would because you wanna trade what's supposed to be traded in the session that is supposed to be traded in, if you can help it.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand. So that will probably be put in like my trading plan, my trading journal.
Yeah. So wherever, and the trading plan and the trading journal can actually be in the same place. But wherever you trading at, you want to have your rules, like the things that you look for, your confirmation checklist, because everybody's is different, right? Because depending upon the type of trader that everybody is, you know what I'm saying? That's going to determine a lot of the different little nuances between traders. So first things first is, why are you here? Once you identify that, that's going to keep you kind of in tune with your goals, right? So once you answer that question, which is the most important question that you need to ask and answer, then the next question that you want to ask yourself is, what kind of trader am I? Am I a scalper? Am I a swing trader? Am I an intraday trader? Am I a day trader? Am I a position trader? Right?
Yeah.
Because I now have the answer to that question. Now I know what types of trade setups I should even be looking for. Right? So once I identify the kind of trade setups that I should be looking for, then I can build out what my confirmation checklist should be based on the type of trader that I am and the types of trade setups that I like to trade.
Got you.
So it's take it step by step, you know. So if you notice that, like the scenario that you presented isn't happening at that time, then take it off the books and reassess it. Because really and truly, you should only be focused on one pair until you make your first 6 figures anyway.
Got you.
So that means that you always looking at the same pair. So if it does something that is out of the character of how it normally moves, you will be able to know because you will have spent enough time with her to know what she like, what she don't like, what make her happy, what make her sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's relationship. And I know a lot of y'all probably been like, why he keep talking like he talking to a girl or a woman? Because I am. I am. Okay. It's for real. This is a real life relationship. That's why gold is my boo thing. Because she know what I like. And I know what she like. We spent enough time together where some learning could take place. So everybody should do that. If you are not doing that, you are doing yourself a disservice.
Got you. By mastering one pair, right?
Master one pair.
Got you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got any other questions? Okay, Mr. Vermont. Nacho Man is a cheater.
Now, when you start now trading, is there a specific pair that you would recommend?
Any of the majors. I would recommend any of the majors. What are the majors?
The one with the US dollar?
Yep. I would pick one of those. I can't. It's still gonna come down to personal preference. and it's gonna come down to schedule. It's gonna come down to a lot of little different pieces that I can't. But
I mean, reason why I asked is some people. Well, I've spoken to people before, and they said don't start out with say the nods or
oh, definitely no.
US 30 or even GPV USD because that could be as volatile.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I happen to pick GPV USD. So,
and that's cool. Like, I mean, so volatility is where the money is at. A lot of people get afraid of volatility because it causes erratic movements in the market. But if you in the market the right way, how you're supposed to be, you're gonna be fine. So don't let volatility scare you. However, if you are completely brand new, don't do it.
I'm pretty much brand new.
No indices, no metals, no energies, no I'm willing to even go as far as no cryptos. You need to start here, learn the fundamentals, learn the basics, learn the foundation, learn these concepts so that once you know that you got them, you know that you can take them to any market.
All right. So
you know what I'm saying? But start with something. And the reason why I say the majors is because if it's got the dollar involved in it, it's gonna have some movement.
Gotcha.
It's gonna have some movement. It's gonna have news releases. It's gonna have different things that's gonna make the market move to the point where you can get some pips. There's no pair that you look at that doesn't move a certain amount of pips every single day. Now, it's not always in one direction. You know what I'm saying? It's not always a straight shot, but overall, it still moved that distance of pips. So with a major pair, you can definitely get market movement. You definitely have enough market people trying to trade those markets. So as long as you have those things in place, you have an opportunity to make money with the pair. But if volatility is something that you are nervous about, then yeah, I probably wouldn't go with a pound pair either. I would stick to all of the rest of them.
No, I ain't got a problem with volatility. The person who told me that was just saying that the GPV US dollar can be as bad as the NOS or the US 30. So that's why they recommended don't start with that one. That's
okay. Okay. Well, they didn't tell you the wrong thing though. They ain't tell you the wrong thing.
Okay.
All right. Did I answer your question? Are we good? We got any other questions? Any other questions? Man, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Man,
me as well.
Can you do me a favor and calculate the pips that we've done just for our pre-launch month and what those numbers look like? Because I feel like everybody needs to know like just what you can accomplish in a very small amount of time. Like that's something important to know. I see we got a hand up, Sister Levon.
Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing. Question. Can you tell me where I can go to find out what pairs work best in what session? Like, where is that? Is there a list somewhere?
Is it a list? I don't know if there is a list. It's got to be a list somewhere, but I know that typically your London session pairs is going to be Euro, Pound, and Swiss. Your Asian session is going to be Aussie and New Zealand. And your New York session is basically going to be US dollar and the CAD. Oh, Asian session also has the yen.
Okay.
But you will find that in the hidden
I'm
wealth.
signed up, man. I'm signed up. I just, we got a
Well,
couple
just stay tuned, sis. Just
I'm
stay
signed up.
tuned. You got me
Yes.
on this, got to try to spill all the little nuggets, man. Dang.
It's just 5 days away. That's it.
Right. Thank you.
On the inside. Yeah. Yeah.
So the 4-week total is 33,106 pips.
So I'm gonna tell y'all one of my goals since I beat it. So one of my goals for this pre-launch was to deliver over 30,000 pips. And we did that.
Well, there it is. And you didn't even tell everybody.
I ain't tell nobody none of that. That was something that I set for myself before my very first call before y'all for this pre-launch month. And I set a goal of at least 30,000 pips. And I'm so happy and grateful now that we have surpassed that goal in our time frame. Man, and I hope that this shows you that you can do this stuff too. When I first started trading, I just wanted so badly to make $1. $1. And I know some of y'all's like, what? That doesn't even make sense. It's only 10 pips. When I first got started in the industry, everybody was like, yeah, 10 pips and dip, 10 pips and dip. And I was like, man, why am I struggling getting these 10 pips? Because I had to recondition my mind. I had to change my paradigm. I had to get greed out of the way. I had to get comparison out of the way. Never compare yourself to anybody else on your trading journey. And the reason being is because you don't know what chapter they on. Just because you in the chapter 10, it don't mean they in chapter 10 with you. They could be on chapter 32. That's why they getting the results that they getting, and you getting the results that you getting. Because you ain't learned what you needed to learn in the missing 22 chapters that you ain't read yet. I hope y'all caught that. I hope y'all caught that. But on that note, it's 9:46. If we don't have no other questions, then I'm gonna get my mug off your screen and I am gonna pass this call back over to our fearless leader, CEO, mentor, Mr. Akil Bey. The call is yours.
Put some fire in the chat for Mark Goldfinger Fair. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. Yeah, over 30,000 pips in these last 4 weeks. I can't even say a full 30 days because it's been less than a full 30 days. We're just gonna say the last 4 weeks. And this haven't even been a full 4 weeks. The last 8 trading sessions. No, 4 trading sessions. 4 trading sessions. Let's just say that. Over 30,000 pips in the last 4 trading sessions. Yeah, I don't like, and it's all recorded. So can't no anyone say it can't be done, because guess what? They can go right back to our YouTube page, look at the sessions, go back and look at do their back testing and see where the entry points are and move forth. Absolutely, Noble. Absolutely. Absolutely. They will see for sure. And some of you all have been here, so you've actually witnessed and participated in what's been going on. And we're just excited overall for our head Forex educator. There will be more Forex educators coming along as we grow. Some of you all, if you have the courage, if you all have the desire to be, well, guess what? It's here for you to actually, be able to participate as an educator, as long as you prove yourselves and go through the process of learning, applying, and then of course teaching. Do we have anybody? Put a 1 in the chat if you see yourself as an educator with Hidden Wealth Society. Put a one in the chat. Let me see. Okay, Cal, I was just thinking about you yesterday. Thanks. Shout out to Cal, man. He sent me a YouTube video yesterday, man. I watched it too. It was great. It was great. It was great. It was good. Very good. Very good. Posted in the society's. We have our own social media site. So posted in the community social media site so everyone else can see it. It was absolutely amazing. Okay. We got Steve. Okay. Steve, Carlos. Okay. Alexandria, you gonna be an educator? Let's go. Come on. Okay. CB. Yeah, I thought about you too, CB. You know, I'm thinking about the future. The future of our platform, the future growth, and the faces that's going to be, you know, providing even more excellence and more value to each and every one. DJ, okay, let's go. Okay, absolutely. So give a shout out and some love to Mark Goldfinger Fair. Y'all in for a treat. If you haven't locked in yet, please go ahead and take out the time to go ahead and lock in your spots here with Hidden Wealth Society. You go to hiddenwealthsociety.com. You want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. You want to lock in your spots now for $149 because on the 1st, May 1st, that's Monday at 12 noon, the price will go up to $199.95 up front and then $149.95 every 28 days. We've been working tirelessly on this platform. I've been on this phone and in front of this computer all day today, right? I was even working while class was going. I was listening, but I was working to make sure that everything flows good. And it's like, I'm not going to tell you no more announcements. You're going to see Monday. When we push the button and everything opens up, you're going to see for yourself. And you can spread the word. I know some of you all saw Keisha already on there if you haven't, right? But it's going to be second to none. I'm telling you now. Okay. So we want to definitely plug in here. We also want you to follow our social media sites. Right here at the bottom of this page. Just click on each one, hit follow, hit the notifications. You also want to make sure that you plug in and stay plugged into these and these social media sites because announcements are there, right? Like this Friday. We have our leadership coach that's coming on, right? Mr. Rasan Greer. He's going to be on teaching leadership, bringing us into the launch. So that's the last free call that we are going to give the public. We're going live on our platform. So it's going to be one click of a button. You log in, then you're going to go click over to live sessions or live session. Let me show you all. I'll give you all an inside look. I know, do we have anybody that's new to that haven't saw inside look? I just want to make sure. That do we have anybody here that would like an inside look? Do we have anybody here? Put a one in the chat if you would like the inside look and you haven't seen the inside yet. Everybody sees the inside yet. Okay, we have one person. Okay, good to go. So let me share my screen. This is the inside look right here. So this is the platform itself. When you welcome, this is our first page. Welcome. You're going to see this. Then you're going to hit learn more. You're going to see this.
Well, society, let me be the first to congratulate you on taking this important step towards achieving your goals. With our technology, you have access to cutting-edge tools and resources that will make your learning experience more effective and more efficient too. Let's get started on your journey to success.
All right, so this is the welcome page, and on most of the pages, you have a learn more button where you're going to see Keisha explain everything. This is where all of the actual training is going to be, your on-demand training, and your archive videos is going to be here as well for all of our live sessions. So you're going to have all of your training, your on-demand training, and all of your archives on this page. You're also right here. When someone is live, all you're going to have to do is click on live, and it's going to take you directly to the page where you can watch the individuals that's live. Whatever educator is teaching at that particular time, they will be live on this page. You're going to be able to type in all of your questions that you may have right here, and they will answer them live while they're actually training. Okay. Boom, this is the skill shop. This right here is your favorites where you can click in and put all your favorite videos right there. Quick access, File Vault. This is where you're going to have more access to extra tools like the Candlestick Bible and budget sheets and all of that good old stuff. Extra File Vault for you. Right here, this is going to be your report cards where we're going to keep a track of every single thing, and you can keep a track of every single thing that you've done up to the point. Also, we have our community. This is where I just told Brother Cal to go ahead and post, you know, the actual video at. We have our own social media site. I'm not going to open that up because that's private only for the society members. So those that's in the society can see what's going on in there. We're going to keep that private. Okay, and then we have the events. This is where you're going to be able to purchase tickets for your events. Okay, this is our merch store. We're going to set up our merch store and get our merch store set up. Sister Tate, we have to talk ASAP so we can make sure that our merch store is set up right. This Sister Tate is our merch specialist, so she's going to handle all of our merch. The Tate family, she has been handling for quite some time. So Sister Tate, we have to talk and make sure everything is good. Let's talk tomorrow if possible so we can get that set up. And then, of course, we have our own 501(c) foundation. For our community that we're going to build, buy up land and build our own community where Hidden Wealth Society will be a brick and mortar society that's for the environment, a clean environment. Okay, so this is the little quick glimpse at the inside so you can see everything right here. And it's more, okay? But it's a lot more that goes to that once you get access to it. So I would say what you're getting is everything, all access for only $149, and even at $200, you know, up front at $150 a month, the value is much more than the cost, ladies and gents. And we want to make sure that each and every individual on planet Earth can be able to have access at that affordable price. We never want to, you know, upcharge a lot for where the charge is more than the value. Well, you see a lot of that's happening nowadays because most people are greedy, and we're not greedy people. We know if we help more people get what they want, we won't ever have to worry about what we want and need. And we know if we help the millions and multitudes of people, then ultimately they will live the lives they want to live, which they will say something about us in a good fashion. They will remember us. They will give us more good energy. And if we ever get in a bad situation, we know we can call upon those we have helped in the past. You open your hand to give. The more you open your hand to give, the more you can receive. Okay, so that's our philosophy. That's how we move. We want to make sure that each and every one of you all get, write this in your notes, filthy wealthy. But it's going to take some type of work on your side to get to that point. That's why Mark Goldfinger was simply stating the things he stated in such an elegant way. If you want something, you have to do something. But we're going to make sure if you do something, we're going to give you everything spread out for you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, all the steps in order, and all of the information, none is hidden because we don't believe in hiding the wealth. All right. So with that said, make sure you get your tickets to, can't forget. Thought I was going to forget. Yep. You thought I was going to forget. No, the Pro Trader event, July 28th to the 30th. Make sure you get your tickets to the Pro Trader July 28th through the 30th, Atlanta, Georgia. You can click on the links right there. That's put in the chat right there, And all of the educators will be at this event teaching live their skill sets. And so it's going to be a great event, live event. And we're super excited about it. So with that said, remember, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. That will be our last call that will be public. Next week, we're going live on the platform, ladies and gents. So get excited, get ready, because I'm telling you, it's going to be second to none. It's going to be second to none, even just starting off with so much room to grow. We are excited. We are happy and grateful now that each and every one of you all are here with us today. And if you choose to be with us in the future, we are super excited for you because we know what's in store for you, okay? So with that said, as always, peace, love, and freedom. And if anybody talk that negative thinking, you can go ahead and let them fall in the pit, because they fall into a bottomless pit. You can put your hand down there, but please don't let them pull you down with them. You pull them up. If they try to tug on you, you snap your hand away and you say, "This is Sparta." But at the same time, Hidden Wealth Society.